GCSE Maths, revising, recapping or relearning or learning the laws of indices for higher and foundation for EDEXCEL, OCR and AQA, okay, for GCSE Maths, okay. So if you want to, guys, if you feel comfortable and you have the confidence, pause the video, try the questions, okay, or try the ones that you can do, and then press play when you're ready, okay, and then check your answers or answer along with me, okay. So this is question A1, okay, so the red star, okay, or 1 star. Simplify 3 to the power 1 divided by 3 to the power 2. So when I divide, guys, with the same base, I subtract the powers. So 1 minus 2 is going to be minus 1, so it's 3 to the power minus 1. Okay, or I can write that as 1/3. Now, because it says simplify here, I'm going to leave it as a power of 3. Okay, so whenever it says simplify, leave it as the power that it is. Okay, unless it says otherwise. Okay, if it says evaluate or work out, then my answer would be 1/3. Okay, or 0.3 reoccurring. Okay, but because it says simplify, I'll leave it as a power of 3 in this case. Okay. Question A2, simplify 2 to the 1 times 2 to the 1. Again, when I multiply with the same base, okay, I'm going to add the powers. So that'll be 2 squared, or 2 to the power of 2. 1 plus 1 makes 2. What about A3, guys? So slightly more trickier. Write 3 to the power of 4 or to the power of 5 as a single power of 3. So when it's a power to a power, when it's a bracket, okay, power to power, we multiply the powers. Okay, so 4 times 5 here makes 20. So that'll be 3 to the power of 20. Okay, 4 5s here make 20. Okay, and that's because we have 3 to the power of 4 times 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 3 to the power of 4. That will give me 3 to the power of 20. Okay, essentially I've got 3 to the power of 4. Okay, times by itself 5 times. Okay, or 4 times you could say. And when you do that, we add the powers. Okay, so we have 3 to the 4 times 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 3 to the 4. And when I do that, we have 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, which makes 20. Okay, question A4, guys. Okay, so write 2 to the power of 4 or to the power of 1, a single power of 2. So we're going to do 4 times 1, which would be 4. So it's 2 to the 4. Okay, a little trick here. Any number to the power of 1 is just itself. Okay, so 2 to the 4 or to the 1 is just 2 to the 4. Okay. A5, okay, simplify 4 cubed divided by 4 to the power of 1. Again, I'm going to subtract the powers. I've got the same base. 3 to 1 here makes 2, so we're going to have 4 squared, or 4 to the power of 2. Okay, B1, okay, or B, okay, it's that much here. So simplify 5 to the 4 times 5 to the minus 6. Again, I'm going to add the powers. 4 plus minus 6 is 4 minus 6, which is minus 2. What about B2? Simplify 4 to the 1 divided by 4 to the power of minus 4, okay? Or 4 to the negative 4, okay? When I divide, I'm going to subtract the powers. I'm going to have 4 to the power of 1 minus 4, which becomes 1 plus 4, which becomes 4 to the 5, okay? So 1 minus 4 becomes 1 plus 4, which is equal to 5, okay? And then for B1, we have 4 plus minus 6, so that becomes 4 minus 6, which becomes minus 2, okay? For your negative numbers, okay? B3, simplify this, 3 to the 4 times 3 to the minus 3, so you have 3 to the 4 plus minus 3, so that'll be 3 to the power of 4 minus 3, which is just 3 to the power of 1, okay? Or just 3. Okay, B4, 4 to the 1 all cubed, okay, as a power of 4. So that'll be 4 to the 1 times 3, so that'll be 4 cubed. And then B5, okay, so simplify 2 to the minus 2 divided by 2 to the minus 2. Now, hopefully you can see here, I'm dividing a number by itself, so I get the answer of 1. But see what actually happens, okay, so we're going to actually have 2 to the power of minus 2 minus 2, okay, so that now becomes 2 to the power minus 2 plus 2, okay, which is 2 to the 0, okay, and something here quite special happens, okay, when I have a power of 0, so any number or term to the power of 0 is always equal to 1. That's because any number or term divided by itself is always equal to 1, okay? So 3 divided by 3 equals 1, okay? 2 divided by 2 equals 1, okay? 6 divided by 6 here equals 1, okay? So essentially, when I subtract the powers, we have 1 minus 1, okay, which is going to be power of 0, okay? So any number or term in mathematics to the power of 0 apart from 0 to the 0 is always equal to 1, okay? So that's a little trick in maths, okay? Okay, now looking at C1, okay, so simplify, okay, so you're looking at 3, so okay, 3 stars. 5 to minus 3 times 625, okay, so slightly more tricky now. So I'm going to write 625 here as a power of 5, okay, so I'm going to have 5 to the negative 3, okay, or minus 3, multiplied by 5 to the 4, okay, all to the power of 1. Because 5 to the 4 is 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, which is 625, okay? So this part is knowing your powers, okay, of base 5 here, or base 2, or base 6, okay? So 5 to the 4 equals, yeah, 625. So 4 times 1 makes 4, okay? Plus minus 3, so that'll be 5 to the power of 1, okay? Because minus 3 plus 4 is positive 1, okay? Or 4 plus minus 3 is positive 1, okay? Or just 1. Okay, C2. Simplify 2 to the minus 4 times 16 to the minus 4. Or 16 again can be written as a power of 2. So 16 here is actually 2 to the power of 4. And then I'm raising all this to the power of negative 4. And then I'm multiplying that by 2 to the minus 4 at the start. Okay, so this part here is a lot more trickier, and I'd probably say it's higher tier only, but it's knowing here, it's writing numbers in base powers, okay? So 4 times minus 4 makes minus 16, plus minus 4, well, that will go to 2 to the power of minus 20. Okay, C3, simplify 2 to the 4 times 16 to the 7. Again, 16 will be equal to 2 to the 4. So you have 2 to the 4 multiplied by 2 to the 4 all to the 7. Again, when it's a power to a power, okay, in a bracket, we'll multiply the powers. Okay, so 4 times 7 makes 28. And then I'm going to add the 4, so that'll be 2 to the 32. Okay. So last two questions, guys. Yeah, so that's the last two questions. Okay, so let's just delete this so we got a bit more space. Okay. So simplify 6 squared times 1,296 to the power of 6. Okay. Well, 6 cubed is 216. If I times it by 6 again, I get 1,000. Okay, so I'm going to have 6 squared multiplied by 6 to the power of 4 all to the power of 6. Okay. So 6 squared is 36, guys. Times it by 6 is 216. And then I times that number by 6, I get 1,296. Okay. Again, when it's a power to a power, 4 times 6 is 24. Plus 2 here makes 28. So it's going to be 6 to the power of 28. And then lastly, okay, quite a nasty one. This to the power minus 5, okay, times this to the power of 6. Writing as powers of 5. So that'll be 5 cubed to the minus 5 multiplied by 5 squared to the power of 6. Okay, so let's work it out. 3 times minus 5 here makes minus 15. So we're going to have 5 to the minus 15 multiplied by 5 squared to the power of 6. Okay, so that'll be 2 times 6 here, so that'll be 12. So we're going to have 5 to the power of 12. So multiply here with the same base. I'm going to add the powers. Okay, minus 15 plus 12 will be minus 3. So it's 5 to the negative 3. Okay, so 5 to the power of minus 3. Okay, and that concludes today's video on the laws of indices for GCSE maths. Okay, so the ones in gold is probably higher tier only. The ones in red or silver, okay, so the first 2 rows, okay, or columns you could say, okay, is on both tiers. But yeah, the last column here, I'll probably say is higher tier only. But I hope it made sense, guys. Okay, any questions here, any queries here, put it in the comments below. Okay, so yeah, there's quite obviously like a longer video today. I hope it made sense here for like the laws of indices. Okay, anyone here that is wanting obviously a private tuition here or one-to-one coaching, drop me a message or send me an email, abzw65@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you very soon. Okay, bye for now. Take care. All the best. Okay, happy Monday. Okay, happy Monday, guys.